Well, my name is Rachael Wall. I am 26 years old and I have stage 4 colorectal cancer. June 5th, 2013, I went into Southern Hills emergency room with crippling abdominal pain and a CT scan, and a few hours later the doctor came in and diagnosed me with a ruptured colon and cancer, which came to a bit of a shock at my age and at the fact that nobody else in our family had had a history of this type of cancer, or really cancer at all. The next morning I went into emergency surgery and the doctors removed a baseball-sized tumor from the top of my rectum, several lymph nodes in my pelvic region, and unfortunately no surgery could be done on my liver at the time because I had tumors the size of grapes, golf balls, and even larger scattered throughout it. Once I was awake in the hospital, there was really only one thought that crossed my mind, as I had never been one that was really sick growing up. And that was, what did the doctors do to my body? So being the curious person that I was, laying in bed, I picked up the top of my hospital gown and I looked down, and all I could think was, oh my God, where did my belly button go? And what is this sack on my side? Fortunately, my poop sack, which I have named Phil, and I have become fast friends. And when the stitches came out, my belly button reappeared. So all is good there. After healing up from my surgery, the real cancer fighting process began. I say process because, as most of you all know out there, there's no easy way to fight cancer. I had 13 sessions of chemo lasting over 26 weeks. When I started chemo, my oncologist went through all my chemotherapy medicines and went through all the side effects, the possible side effects, and what I may and may not, expect to feel like. And I went in after my first treatment and I was just bouncing up and down, and I looked at Dr. Oder. I said, I feel great, I don't understand what everybody's talking about. But of course, as I went through it, then it began to wear on my body a little bit more, and it was a little bit tougher. Body image issues arose. How do I go out in public with this colostomy bag? What happens when bathing suit season comes around and I want to go swimming with my friends, but I can't? All of these things crossed my mind, especially being a young female. My team of doctors had decided that their next plan of action was to implant the radiation beads in my liver. Now, there are 2 steps to this process that I was informed of. And the first was the trial run. And then after that, if everything went well, then they would go back in and do the real thing. Well, the trial run went really well, except for the recovery period. And let me tell you guys, my father is a saint. You put a 26-year-old, very active female in a small room, laying flat without being able to move for 6 hours with no food or coffee. There's bound to be a little bit of friction. A week later, we went back for the real deal, and all went really well, except for, little less than desirable side effects. A little bit of nausea, a little bit of vomiting, but mostly just being a little bit tired. After that, I felt pretty good. Just, back to normal, did my normal daily routine, went to the gym, went hiking, out to dinner with family and friends. So, some basically normal life afterwards, as much as you can. The next approach after having the procedure was surgery, which, if all went well, would lead to the removal of the right lobe of my liver. I am a little bit nervous, and I realize it's going to be a long road to recovery, but that's all part of the process. I think if I met somebody and they were getting ready to go through their entire cancer journey, I would definitely tell them to listen to your doctors, to trust them, they know what they're doing. Definitely seek out surgery options and just trust and know that your doctors know what they're doing. And then I guess on more of a personal side, just keep your head up and try and find some humor in some of the not so pretty situations that are out there. Say yes to hope.